Must have been so grand back in its day. Wow, look at this. Bunch of old ties and shirts. Oh my god. It's a cool place. It's actually a little better than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not a bad way to start off this trip. Today I am here way down in the south of Texas. We are right on the Gulf Coast. I'm going to be all over the general Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Orange area here down in Texas. And for our first mission we have that. That is the old Sabine Hotel, or Sabine. I'm actually not sure which one it is, but all I really know is that it was built back in 1929. It was probably this extremely grand hotel back in its day. The only really notable thing I did find on it is that this town, Port Arthur, they actually wanted to tear it down at one point, but they couldn't find any like movie or filmmakers who would pay the budget it would take to demolish it to get their footage. So I found that pretty interesting, but I'm here today to go explore it. The only catch, unfortunately, is that this place sits right next to this town's police station. So I'm really hoping there isn't some sort of extravagant form of guarding that goes on there. I'm actually probably going to put this camera up, put my GoPro on, jump that little blue fence you see over there, and try to get in very discreetly. Well, I think this will do it. All right. Well, we're here in the lobby. That was easy. Almost too easy. I guess that front door is just open. So this is it. These are old benches right here. Long church pew looking things. This place is not going to be in good shape. I didn't expect it to be, but I just hope the upper floors are structurally safe enough for me to even walk on. It's going to be a grand upper balcony up there, though, overlooking this main room. Wow. Even all that over there is wide open. Fortunately, I guess this place is not very guarded at all. Now, I'm willing to bet that, much like some of these other really old-timey kind of street corner hotels, these right here may have been like some old storefronts down here on the bottom level. There's an old couch, kind of waiting room looking chair. A big oven. There's a few little trinkets and articles of furniture around here, but otherwise everything about this area is just unrecognizable. The roof's leaking everywhere too. What we got over here? Oh, I want to say this would have probably been a kitchen. So somewhere out here probably would have been like a little diner around here, or at least space to eat. I'm gonna see if hopefully these stairs are safe. I'm gonna head upwards. They're at least concrete, but this just does not look good. I got up bright and early so I could beat the sun up. Alrighty, and here will be that big overlook. This must have been so grand back in its day. Really wish I knew more history on this place. Really couldn't find much. But oddly enough, that's kind of one of the reasons I came to this region. I was just looking for some abandoned places and just anywhere in the country, and by sheer chance, I found myself looking around this region, and I just saw a ton of abandoned places, and to my knowledge they've had little to no coverage by any other video makers or YouTubers, so I came here. Those old bed frames over there, and stoves and ovens and stuff. So there are some basic pieces of furniture left in here. It's just the building itself is absolutely deteriorated. This is really reminding me of that really old hotel I did way back a couple of years ago in Oklahoma. It looked a lot like this as far as the building goes, but that one had a lot of stuff upstairs in the rooms, so this could be a good sign. Hopefully, as we continue to go up, we see more stuff. Not only does this hotel, just in terms of interior look and condition, remind me of that other one, but even the layout is kind of the same. Look at that old carpet. I do like how there are remnants of furniture left. That's gonna make this a lot less boring. Oh my god, that is the most 50s screaming fridge I've ever seen. Man, I hate how cold it is though. It's still only like 40-ish degrees. I hate winter. I'm not a winter person, so I was really hoping that when I went down to Texas in February, there'd be a little bit of a temperature increase, but that's just because it's early. It should get up into like the 60s today. That wire thingy there, I think that's like a really old clothes hamper for like a hotel crew to collect sheets and stuff for washing. See, again, the walls are in such terrible condition that I can't really tell, but I wonder if this was all hotel rooms or if some of them was kind of an apartment, more long-term stay kind of deal. The wind has that fan spinning. I'm glad I did this early in the morning because the sun's gonna keep coming up and it's gonna get brighter and brighter. It's gonna give this place this really nice yellowy look. Wow. Look at that chair just slowly getting ripped up over weather conditions and whatever else. I'm gonna put the lampshade back on. Yeah, that looks better. So these were double rooms. I was gonna say this would have been a tiny room, but then you have this over here, their fridge and stuff, and the bed frame. Really old style doors too. I wonder why people have spray painted the old hotel room numbers up there as well. My family, way back when I was young, had a stove that looked strikingly similar to this one. I am genuinely curious for when I get up onto the roof, maybe, if I'll be able to see the ocean from here. That old bed frame. There's even a mirror on the door. Use U.S. ships. Old grand elevator doors. Got old wasp nests growing on them. It's a cool place. It's actually a little better than I thought it was gonna be. That old doorknob there though. Thing looks like a big old diamond. Pretty sure at this point all these floors will probably be carbon copies of all the stuff we've seen, but may as well check them out anyway. There's a bed with the actual mattresses still on it. We're in a hotel, so tell me if I'm insane for thinking this, but it's always kind of been like this weird, obscure dream of mine to like find a fully untouched, like mint condition hotel in one of these trips. And I'm talking like one that's like so fresh you could still sleep in the beds. And I would literally camp out there for the whole trip instead of ponying up the money for a Super 8 like I have like on all the road trips I've ever done for this. I think that would not only be just a really cool experience, but it'd make for quite a video. I'd never do it in something like this. This is just too decrepit and gross. Let's keep going. That was like the 4th floor, 3rd? What's this for? Yeah, and the room numbers start with 5 also. More old couches and chairs. See, since the bottom floor is kind of on the street corner, once you go up, it's kind of just this corridor. So, spatially, up here, there's really less to see. Wow, look at this. Wonder if any homeless person ever stayed here. Or if the bed really is just left like this, still with a blanket and a pillow. Sometimes places like this kind of get better as you go up, if that makes any sense. Wow. I just noticed that. Look. Bunch of old ties and shirts. This is what I was talking about. I wonder if any of these were like apartments. Because people at a hotel wouldn't just leave these here, would they? Unless, like I said, a homeless person was camping in this one. I want to say this is 7 stories. So this should be the 6th floor, and then I think there's one more after. Still kind of the same deal. This looks like one of those things you'd see in like one of those liminal places videos or whatever. We're going up to floor number 7. There's either an 8th floor or that's roof access up there. There's an old vacuum. You can even see the old motor for it. That thing is actually kind of cool. And again, there really wasn't that much on this level. Let's see what's higher up. It does go higher. So there's an 8th floor. I wonder if there's like any sort of suite up at the top. This looks more open, but I think there was probably also at one point a wall there. This could have actually been like 3 different rooms in one, but I can't even tell. Wow, that's cool. Look at that clock system there. So that building over there, that big one, is also abandoned. But there was this one company who came in and kind of took over that one and the one next to it. And we're trying to renovate it into something else. So I might try that one at some point on this trip. But at the same time, I think that'd probably just be completely gutted and empty in there anyway. Oddly enough, the company that owns that one building now was also kind of interested in this one too, but there was something that prevented them from going through with it. Wow, there's more. So this thing was actually 9 stories, or 9 levels of rooms at least. More of the same stuff. So that over there, way off in the distance, that's actually not the ocean. That's a giant lake. Now that lake has a river that feeds right into the ocean, but that itself is actually not the ocean. It's actually called the Sabine Lake, or the Sabine Lake. I still don't know which pronunciation is correct. This is cool though. You got a bed still set up. There's a dresser over there. And the chair. And the lamp. There's even an old wastebasket. That is not a very safe looking fire escape, is it? I wouldn't trust it. Oh my god. Yeah, no kidding. So this whole Southern Gulf, Texas trip from this area, it could be a very hit or miss type of affair. I got a lot of places to try, but a lot of them are like kind of on the edge of, is it abandoned or not? Is there going to be a way in or not? So like, we may come out of here with like a lot of videos or just a few ones, but either way, I have some high hopes for some of these places being pretty decent ones. We're definitely at the top here. I wonder where this is going to be. No way. Is this another floor? Or is this just something else? It actually looks like another floor. Can you believe that? I walked in here and said I think there may be like 7 stories. We're on the 10th floor now and it kept on going. Again, I'm not sure if this is just a nicer suite or if the walls are just gone. But I just noticed this over here. That is an old mixer. for like mixing pancake batter. That thing is wild. I'll just climb with the tripod. It's not that far. Alright, I found the elevator pulley systems. There's the door. And it's flooded out there though. Yeah, I'm not gonna soak my shoes just to stand on this roof. Actually, I just noticed this. Look at that thing, this rickety old thing. But it'll let me stand on the top of this little section, so. I didn't want to stand up there for too terribly long because like the whole town could see me up there, but that's another unique thing. I do think I read up somewhere that this building is like the tallest one in this town or in this downtown area. Yeah, you know how this trip came to be? I kind of said it a little bit earlier, but the whole reason I was even looking around this area for abandoned places was that I just indulged upon the thought one day that how cool would it be to go do abandoned stuff right near the ocean. And that's when I started poking around this area, and just by chance I started finding stuff. So I was just like, alright, I guess that's meant to be. I'm going there. And now here I am. Take a big trip, post all the videos, rest for a while, and then just go do it all over again, you know? Just a big old loop. And it's lonely up here at the top. It's kind of funny how I prefer to get way far away nowadays as opposed to just doing stuff close to me at home. Down the ramp of rubble. Oh god, that is really difficult. And it's not like this handrail provides any help because it's about to fall off the wall. Oh boy. And all good, we got it. Nope, not yet. Still not there. And now we're safe. As long as there's no one camping out right next to this wall, I'm gonna be just fine. I'm gonna hop this thing and I'll just get the camera back out when I'm at the car. Yeah, I gotta say, it's not a bad way to start off this trip. Years ago, it was my dream to do stuff like this. Just travel around this country, go into abandoned places. Obviously, it's not exactly the same as what I had imagined it'd be like, but this kind of feels like a vindication to the me from years ago. It's like, you're doing it. You're doing what you set out to do. I am outroing this thing in the car because I am sick of the cold. I cannot wait for later in today when it actually warms up again so I can experience 60-degree weather for the first time in months. That was the abandoned Sabine Hotel. I hope you enjoyed. That was a really nice early 20s or late 20s historic place, so I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will be back next time with another Texas video.